My fiancée told me on our wedding day that she wants to turn our home into a cat sanctuary, so I left her at the altar. My girlfriend, Leora, and I were supposed to get married last weekend. We've been dating for almost 4 years. Neither of us had any pets when we started dating, which I liked because I dated girls with dogs before and it always made it hard to do sleepovers or weekends away. I'm just not really an animal person, so I like that Leora wasn't either. We've been renting an apartment together but really wanted to buy a place. We decided to have a small wedding, about 50 people, and use the rest to put a down payment on our dream home. We signed the papers for the house a week before the wedding. It's an incredible house, 4 bedrooms, a huge screened-in porch, and this really high ceiling and skylight in the living room. The plan was to start moving our stuff over as soon as we got back from our honeymoon. I couldn't wait to start our new life together. The morning of our wedding, we were getting ready to go off to our separate suites to get ready. We were just kissing and talking and enjoying our last moments together as a non-married couple. We started talking about the house and how excited we were and how we were going to decorate it and have room for kids and stuff like that. And then Leora said, "I just can't wait to start moving the cats in." I thought I misheard her at first, so I kind of just ignored it and said something about paint color. But then she said, "I think we should go to the shelter and get the first batch around the end of this month." Yeah, I finally asked her what the hell she was talking about. She looked at me strangely and said, "The cats. I told you I wanted to rescue cats once we had a place big enough." I can't emphasize this enough. She had literally never mentioned this. I had no memory of her ever talking about cats at all. I said, how many cats are we talking?" Thinking I could stand to live with a cat or two. And then she said, "However many don't have homes, obviously." I took a deep breath and asked her, as gently as I could, what the hell she was talking about. And then Leora started telling me this story about how ever since she was a little girl, she's dreamed of having a house large enough to rescue every cat who was too old or sick or ugly or whatever to find a home. Like, we're talking dozens and dozens of cats. Leora is an incredibly kind and sensitive person, so it makes sense that she'd want to do something compassionate like that. But she'd never mentioned it, and she was acting like it was something we'd had 100 conversations about. I was so confused. We said goodbye to each other and went to get ready for the wedding. My head was spinning. I couldn't understand why Leora thought this was something we'd agreed to, and I tried to imagine what my life would look like surrounded by a million unadoptable cats. I just don't like cats that much. The next thing I knew, I was standing at the altar. Leora was coming towards me and she looked so beautiful. She was beaming and so happy when she said "I do." But I couldn't do it. All I could picture was the cats, and it's just not what I want my life to be. I told her I couldn't and I was sorry. I'll never forget the look on her face and the way her mother started screaming. I thought Leora would be mad at me, but she just sobbed. I tried to comfort her, but she ran to her mother and they left the church. When her friends asked me what the F had just happened, I told them about the cat sanctuary, and they acted like I was crazy because obviously that was something Leora wanted. They assumed I was on board because she's always talked about it. But she never did. Even my friends said they remembered her talking about it, and my best man said, "Maybe you're not a good listener, bro." But she never said anything. I never would have even gone on a second date with her if I'd known. Now it's a week later and Leora has been staying with her parents, I think. She keeps calling, but I still haven't called her back. I just don't have anything to say. I know we need to figure out what to do about the house, but I just can't think about it right now.